Harihi Om Kujantam Rama Rameti Madhuram Madhuraksharam Aruhya Kavita Shakam Vande Valmiki Kokilam Valmikir Munisimhasya Kavita Vanacharina Shrinvan Rama Kathanadam Ko Nayati Parangatim Jayatyati Balo Ramaha Lakshmanasya Mahabalaha Raja Jayati Sigrivo Raghavena Pipalitaha Dasoham Kosalendrasya Ramasya Klishta Karmanaha Anuman Shatru Sainyanam Nihanta Marutatmajaha Na Ravana Sahasram Me Yuddhe Pratibalam Bhavet Shila Bistu Prakharataha Padapaischa Sahasrasaha Ardhaitva Purim Lankam Abhivadya Chamaitilim Samurdharto Gamishyami Mishatam Sarvarakshasam Namostu Ramaya Salakshmanaya Devyai cha Tasyai Janakatmajayai Namostu Rudrendre Manilebhyo Namostu Chandrarka Marudganebhya Namassabhayai. Ramayana lecture series Ekauna Panchashat 49th episode. Can you believe 49th episode on this great भाव अनुसंधान करके हमें 49th week, we have reached the 49th week on Sri Ramayana lecture series. The Katha continues. Dharmena hanyate vyadhi anyate vai tata graha Dharmena hanyate shatruhu yata dharmo tata jayaha. Wherever it is dharma, there is a jaya, there is a victory. This is what we are seeing in Ramayana. Purvakata sangrahascha. So Rama tells to Sita, and after he briefs Kausalya, he goes to Sita's griha Antapura. Swayam Antapura jakar Sita ko batata hai. Hey Janaki, I have been given orders by my father to go to Vana. Then Janaki, in the 27th Sarga, starts requesting Rama to take her with him. Then Rama refuses. We'll see why he refused. That's a beautiful conversation. These 5 sargas, 27, 28, 29, 30 and 26 onwards, these 5 sarga, it's a beautiful conversation between Pati Patni. In today's lecture, we will see why Rama did it. Hey Janaki, I didn't want to force my opinion on you. First, I wanted to hear your opinion. And then, based on that, I wanted to make my decision. What a beautiful thing, in something we are not even doing it now. Rama and Sita have done that yonder. So that is Ramayana. Because why? Rama is a guna purti. There was a kavi called Buddha Kaushika. So he says, whatever is there in the world, it is all done by declension. I want to eat, it is done by Rama, it is to Rama, it is from Rama, it is for the sake of Rama. So everything, Anta Ramamayam. So he has sung beautifully. Sanskrit is such a great language. Maybe I am biased, but still Sanskrit is Sanskrit, Devvani. So he, a poet called Buddha Kaushika, uses 7 declension. 7 vibhakti form, including Sambodhana Pratama, to say who is Rama. Why Sita is longing to be with her husband? It is because of his guna. He is a guna purti. Every guna is in Rama. So Sanskrit poets have poured their hearts. Ramo Rajamani Sada Vijayate Yathe Ramam Ramesham Bhaje Ramena Abhihata Nishachara Chamuhu Ramaya Tasmai Namaha. If you know rudimentary Sanskrit, you will be able to follow. So everything is in Rama, like declension. If you have to say Ram, I went to Rama, it is for Rama, to Rama, it is from Rama. Like that, the entire thing, this Kavi uses the Vibhakti for Rama. 7 vibhaktis he uses. So why Sita is falling for Rama? Because everything is in Rama. Ramo Rajamani Sadha Vijayate Yathe Ramam Ramesham Bhaje Ramena Abhihata Nishachara Chamuhu Ramaya Tasmai Namaha Ramannasti Parayanam Parataram Ramasya Dasosmyaham Rame Chittalaya Sadha Bhavatu Me Bhorama Mamuddhara Bhorama Mamuddhara. How do you get declension in Rama? Ramaha Ramam Ramena Ramaya Ramate Ramasya Rame He Rama. So, Ramaha, Ramam, Ramena, Ramaya, Ramat, Ramasya, Rame, He Rama, Bho Rama. You see this. Ramaha, Ramo Rajamani Sada Vijayate, Ramam Dvitiya Vibhakti. Tritiya Karmani, Rahamena Abhihata, Nishachara Chamu, Nishachara Chamu, Chamu mane group. So Rama, it was Rama who quelled the enemies. Ramaya, I pay my obeisance to Rama. Chaturthi Vibhakti. Ramaya Tasmai Ramaya Namah. Ramat Nasti. Parayana Parataram Ramasya Das. I am devoted to Rama. Devoted to Rama. Saptami, Sashti Vibhakti. Ramasya dasosmyaham. Rame, may by mind be attached to Rame chitta layassadha bhavatu me. Hey can be used along as far A and Bo can be interchanged. Bo, hey, Bho Ram, Bo mane with devotion, with respect. Instead of hey, Bo mane respect. Bho Rama Mamuddara Ramo Rajamani Sada Vijayate Yate Ramam Ramesham Bhaje Ramena Abhihata Nishachara Chamuhu Ramaya Tasmai Namah Raman Nasti Parayanam Parataram Ramasya Dasosmyam Rame Chitta Layasada Bhavatu Me Bho Rama Mamuddara. Buddha Kaushika नाम कर ये कवि इतना किया. So Rama, so where is his kalam? Ayam muhurtaha kalaha. We have come to a time. Sita says, it's time. Likewise, it is also time for us to continue Ramayan. Kalascha ayam samutpannaha satyavak bhavatvijaha bhavatudvijaha krita adesha bhavishyami gamishyami sahatvaya kalascha ayam samutpannaha satyavak bhavatudvijaha. She is going to convince, and in the next sarga, she is going to forcefully convince Rama, and she will make no stone unturned, so that Rama is going to take her. So Ramayana actually begins. Okay, chalo, aap bhi aa jaiye. Krita adesha bhavishyami gamishyami sahatvaya kalaschayam samutpanna satyavak bhavadvijaha. She is going to say something. Don't be lazy. It's not only Krishna who told 247 karmanyeva adhikaraste Ma phaleshu kadachana, ma karma palaheturbuhu, mate sangotsavai karmani. It is not only Krishna. He got a clue perhaps from Ma Sita. Akrita atmabhihi purushaihi buddhaha dukkani prapyante. You say, I have to stay here, but my duty is to be of supportive to you. If I stay here, I'm not doing my duty. If I'm not doing my duty, we are going to get into lot of trouble. Akritaha atmabhihi purushaihi. Akritaha purushaihi. If you don't do your duty, don't worry about the fruits. If you do it sincerely, you will get something. You aim for 100, at least you will get 90. So, Sita says, Akritaha atmabhihi purushaihi buddha dukkani prapyante. If you don't do anything, Rama, don't you know? Buddha dukkani prapyante. That is the rule of the law. Sita says, every sarga is like that. So, vanavasehi janami dukkha, I know. Sita says, Rama, I'm tired of you saying 18 slokas. You bored me saying, dukkha taram vanam ato dukkha taro vanam. You have said all this to me. Even Kalidasa also said, fine. But I have to come with you because I have to support you. That is pativrityam. That is the way of living. So, akritaha atmabhihi purushaihi bahuda dukkani prapyante. That is real art of lesson. Even in this stressful time, Sita says this. Imagine, that was the way people lived then. So she says, vanavasehi janam. I have to come to vana. Vanavasehi. Emphasizes, she emphasizes, enforces. Vanavasehi janami dukkani khila, let it be. Dukkani bahuda khila. Let it be. I don't care. Prapyante niyatam veera purushaihi akritatmabihi. That is the sloka. We are starting with a great life lesson. Akritaha atmabihi purushaihi dukkani bahuda dukkani prapyante. Sloka has a different way, but we did anmayam here. Vanavasehi janami dukkani bahuda kila prapyante niyatam. Niyatam, always, if you are lazy, If you don't do your duty, you are going to get into trouble. So, dukkani bahuda kila prapyante niyatam veera purushaihi akrutatmabihi kanyaya cha piturgrihe vanavasa srutamaya. Then she says, okay, you are not going to understand my philosophy, but I will tell you why I am so mad following you, because I know I will be go to Vana. Kanya yacha piturgrihe vanavasa sruta. Even when I was a 5-year-old girl, Balika, in my father's place, piturgrihe vanavasa sruta maya bhikshinya sadhu vrittaya. Bhikshinya, but the Bhikshinya whom I heard is Sadhu Vrittaya. Bhikshinya mane, she is a Bhikshu, but she is a good Bhikshu. Bhikshinya Sadhu Vrittaya Mamamatuhu Ihe Agrataha Prasadita cha vai purvam tvam vai bahuvidam prabho ghamanam vanavasasya kangshitam. Because of that, I was always expecting to go to Vana, because this is Daivatam. I know this will happen. Ghamanam vanavasasya kangshitam I sahatvaya. I was expecting to go to Vana, but it is more the merrier, because I thought I will be only going to Vana. That will also happen in later days. But now that I am very comfortable, because you are going to accompany me, rather I am going to accompany you. Gamanam vanavasasya kangshitam hi sahatvaya, with you. So I am very comfortable. Kritakshana aham bhadram te gamanam pratiragava vanavasasya shurasya charya hi mama rochate. That is what mama rochate. Hey Sura, she says, don't worry, are you afraid? She is going to ask him, no, you are a Shura, I am giving you confidence, so don't worry. Vanavasasya shurasya charya hi mama rochate. This is what I like. Don't say that somebody told I should go. Aisa nahi. It is also my liking, because I have confidence in you, because you are a Shura. Shuddha atman prema bhavati bhavishyami vikalmasha, without any kalmisha. With pure mind, I am telling, yes, Shuddha Atman, I am also like that. Without any hitchak. I am telling you, Shuddha Atman, yes, Shuddha Atman, I trust you, because you are a Veera, you are not going to do any harm to me, because you are only thinking of well-being, so you are a Shuddha Atman. Shuddha Atman prema bhavat. It is with affection I am telling. So don't think I just want to come. She is going to tell, don't think I am going to be your burden. I won't nag you. So, Shuddha Atman prema bhavat hi Bhavishyami vikalmasha bhartaram anugachanti bhartahi mama daivatam. I am going to follow you. Bhartaram anugachanti bhartahi mama daivatam. If you take these meanings of these 4-5 sargas, beautiful understanding. So you may yell with your wife, husband may yell with his wife, as wife may yell, but then this is understanding you should take. Life is all about understanding. No job for psychologists and psychiatrists. Bhartaram anugachanti bhartahi mama daivatam. It's not, one should not take it as it's devata, but means he is going to caretaker for me, he is going to take care of me. Then is it not my duty to take care of him? That's how you should say daivatam. Pretya bhave api kalyanaha sangameva sahatvaya shrutihi shruyate punya brahmananam yashasvinam. Pretya bhave. Not only here, we should take care of each other, even in that log. Pretya bhava, meaning after you leave your life in this world, even in that Swargalog also we should be for each other, made for each other. Sangamana me sahatvaya shrutirhi. This is what Shastras tell. Shrutirhi shruyate punya. Punya shrutihi. Punya mane good words, you should take it. Shrutirhi shruyate punya brahmananam yashasvinam ihaloke cha piturbihi ya striyasya mahamate abdhirdatta swadharmena pratyabhave apitasya. That is what this Shruti says. I know, because I have learned from my father, abdhir dhatta swadharmena, because my father has given me to you in the presence of water. I have wed you, you have held my hand, Pani, in the presence of Agni, and my father has given you in the presence of water. So what is the significance? Water means Devata Prasad. Water comes from top to bottom. Agni goes from here to top. So you offer things to the God, so that is Agni. Whereas when God is giving, he pours as a varsha, so top to bottom. So that is the reason when you are doing the dana, the guy or the Srimati who gives dana, her hand is on the upper. And you go down and get that. So, devatas give you from top to bottom. That is, abdihi datta swadharmena pretya bhave apitasya. So, how do you do dana? You do dana in the presence of water. Varuna devata sakshi rakkar daan karna chahiye. If you are offering something to the devatas, you have to use Agni. Agni to Agni Dhoot hai. Agni to Yamadhoot hai. Agni to Devadhoot hai. So you should use this Agni. There are only two Pratyaksha devatas. One Agni and Varuna. So Abdhir Datta Swadharmena Pretya Bhave Apitasya. Because they have done Vaivah. There are so many Vaivah Paddhati. And if you are using Agni and Abdhi, water, it is known as Brahma Vivag. Brahma means Ved ko आधार पे करना, विवाह को ब्राह्म विवाह करते हैं. In Brahma Vivag, there are 5 angas. There are 5 angas in Vivag. Vagdhanam cha pradhanam cha varanam pani pidanam saptapadini panchako vivaham parikirtita. So there are 5 Vivag. Mangalya dharan is not Vivag. There are 5 angas. First Vagdhanam. So the father of the bride looks at the qualities and attributes of the vara, the bridegroom and their family, and he decides, okay, this person is good enough for my daughter. And in the presence of Sabha Sakshi Rakar, ये तो वाग्दान करता है. प्रधान अंग का विवाह को ब्राह्म विवाह को प्रधान में वाग्दानम. Second pradhanam. Pradhan mane kanyadan. Kanyadan is the pradhan. The third one is varanam. Then the entire august gathering understands who this bridegroom is. Uska tata kaun hai, uska baap kaun hai, उसका लीनिएज कैसा है. सो गोत्र संबंध सभी लोग को बताते हैं, वो तो वारण करते हैं. थर्ड अंग. फोर्थ इज पाणी पीडनम. There is no Tirumangalya Dharana. There is no Mangalya Sutra Dharana. That is Sishtachar, not Vaidikachar. Pani Pidanam. In the presence of Agni, you hold the hand. If you hold all the 5 fingers, if the Vara holds all the 5 fingers of the Kanya, then he will be blessed with either boy or girl. Don't worry. But if he only holds 4 fingers together, then he will begot son. Then if he just holds only Angusht, then he will begot girl. That is the reason, to be safe, you just hold all the 5. The right hand of the Kanya, the boy should hold all the 5 fingers together. So that it's according to God's wish, either boy or girl will be blessed. So that is Panigrahana. And then Saptapati. The important part of Vivah, Sita will bring reference to that. The important part of Vivah is after the Vara holds the fingers, Pani mane hand, here fingers of the Vadhu, he makes a commitment in the presence of Agni. Agni ko Sakshi Rakar, he says that you are my friend. Would you be friend to me? Sapta Saka Bhava. That mantra is in the Brahmana Pag. Third Ashtaka, and then 7th Prapata. In Veda, Yajurved में 3rd Ashtaka में, Brahmana Bhag में 3rd Ashtaka में, 7th Prapata में ये सप्तपदी मंत्र आता है. So and then Panchako Vivagam Parikirtita. Then this Sita says, we have wed, even though he was a Kshatriya, their wedding happened according to Brahmavid. ब्रह्मा माने ईयर वेद. वेद के आधार पर उसकी शादी हुई. So she says that Abdir Datta Swadharma. So that is, she calls it as Swadharma because it's not Gandharva Vivag. It's not Harshika Vivag. It is not Paishashika Vivag. It is Brahma Vivag. Abdir Datta Swadharmena Pretya Bhave Apitasya sa. So what happens? So in Vivag mein Agni ko Purva Dish mein. So the Var sits in east facing before the altar. Then the who is going to have an upper hand in Vivag mein, Kanya ki Pita, our Mata, Uparstan, they have the upper hand, so they sit on the Dakshina Bhaga. We should know this. So the Vara does Agni Puja, and then it's called Upasana after Samavartan. After he finishes his Vedic education, he wants to marry, so he starts doing all the Prajapatyam, Vaishwadeyam, Agnishtoma, all these homa he does. So Prajapatyam he does, expecting Prajapati will bless him with a good offspring. Prajapatyam. Vaishwadeva mane pitri ke liye karna yajna. So all this he does facing east direction. Then this father of the daughter sits on Dakshina Bhaga, on the right hand side. He will be sitting. Then he decides to give this daughter. How he is going to give the daughter? Using water. This is a beautiful. Imam Kanyam Varaya. So this daughter is going to be given to this Vara. So he is going to say to the entire audience, Kannikam Kanaka Samparnam Sarva Bharana Bhushitaham Dasyami Vishnave Tubhyam Brahmaloka Jigishaye. This girl whom I have studded with ornaments, with gold. Why gold? Gold is purity. So it's a personification of purity. My daughter is pure, as if pure bulk gold. Okay, so Imam Kanyam, how is he? Sarva Lankara Bhushitam. I treat you like Mahavishnu. Dasyami Vishnave Tubhyam. Why I am giving her to you? Because that's only will begot into offsprings. Offsprings are needed for this lineage to continue. Dharma prajartam vrinimahe imam kanyam. This kanya, you Vara, take it. Kanyam kanaka samparnam. This is Ved mantra. This is recited in Brahma Vivad. Kanyam kanaka samparnam. Where would this person sit? This aged Papa sits on the right hand side. Then this Vara stands up. So he's going to take the hand of the Vadu. So Vadu faces west, the Vara faces east, they stand. Whereas the Bap sits on the right hand side. Kannikam Kanaka Samparnam Sarva Bharana Bhushitam Dasyami Vishnave Tubhyam. I treat you like Vishnu, with no blemish. Vishnave Tubhyam. Why? Because I want to go to the next level of my life. Brahmaloka Jigishaye. Then he says, Sarvaloka Sakshinyaha. In the presence of all the loka. Sakshinyaha. Sarvaloka Sakshinyaya. Kannikam Kanaka Samparnam Dasyami. Why I am giving? Pitrunam Taranayacha. For making my ancestor reach their proper place. Pitrunam Taranayacha. So he says, this Kanya is also given so that my Pitrus will reach their respective abode. That he does by pouring water into the hands of the Vara. So when he does that, so the Vara bends and takes the water in his hand. Who is at the upper hand? The father, Janaka Maharaja. Abdhirdatta swadharmena pretyabhave apitasya pretyabhava. To bless our forefathers to go to the respect phase. Otherwise there won't be any proper abode for the forefathers. Because progeny has to be there. Even in Aparakarma, when you are doing the Sapindikaranam, after you do all this, Sapindikaranamane, you unite all the Atma, this Atma with the forefathers. Once you done, then you have to remove the altar. Then you say, Asvat Kulavardhatam. So why I have done all these 13 days of Aparakriya, 12 days of Aparakriya, at the end of 12th day, after Sapindikaranam, Sapindi mane, Pinda mane, Bhinna Pinda ko, you unite karta. So then you say, Asmat Kulavardhatam. I do only to make sure my Kula will have progeny. Hey Pitrus, bless me. That is the reason Vaiswadeva you do. Okay, so then he says, Abdhirdatta swadharmena pretyabhave apitasya. Then he gives. Who gives? Janaka gave. Janaka is in the upper hand. That is the reason when Trivikrama came, Mahabali Chakravarti's hand was at upper position, whereas Mahavishnu bent down and got the dhana. So that is important. So then what he does, then he holds the hand. I told you, Saptapati, 7 steps. The 7-step money you have to do as long as this mantra finishes. Then you lift with your left hand, you lift the right leg of the Kanya. Okay, she is still Kanya, right? So you lift her right leg and then put it on the stone to make sure you have to be stubborn and firm like stone, because life will have up and down. So, Ye Kanya. So we are bound. Not only then you put this ring in the finger. So everything Vaidik Vivag has meaning. Only thing is the Shastri Pujari doesn't explain. Some don't also learn. That's a different story. So then you you use your left hand. The Vara uses the left hand, lifts the right leg of the Kanya, puts that on the stone, telling that please be like this, be firm in life. Then let me give you an example. Let us live like Vasishta and Arundhati. So that's why they see in the उत्तर में दिश में देखता है, वो तो रात को आता है, बट सभी ये दोपहर में फटाफट करते हैं. So then you be like this stone, then that is known as Pani Pidanam. So let us live like Vasishta Arundhati. Then they do Laj Homa. Laj mane puff. Then they take the Laja and do the Homa, and then they enter into the Griha. Griha Pravesh mein Laj Homa karte hai. Saptapadini Panchako Vivaham Parikirtita Vagdanancha. I explained. Pradhanam mane Kannika Dhanam. Varanam Pani Pidanam Saptapadini Panchako Vivaham Parikirtita. So these are the important angas of Vaivak. So Sita got married according to that. So you says, you have taken me based on Sakshi of water. When my father gave you as Kannika Dan, then you used Agni. Then the work of father goes away. It is only between Vara and Vadu. Then he does Upasana. That is the reason you have to do this Agni Santan daily. And then you have to be burnt with the same Agni Upasana you have done. Avichinna. You have started doing this Upasana on the day of marriage. That has to be done every day. Agni Santan करके वही अग्नि से आपको अंतिम क्रिया करना चाहिए. Avichinna Agni Santana, usko bolta. So that is the reason. So everything is all circled. All those are gone. At least let's know the meaning. So this, every padhati, every meaning, every shabda in Veda has some meaning. So evam asmati swakam narim sruvuttam hi pativratam na abhirocha yase netum tvam mam kena hiyayetina na abhirochate. What is the reason? What for? Na hetuna. Without any reason. Don't you know that we have wedded according to Brahma Vivah? I have been given as a dana. So your duty is to take care of me. You have promised in the presence of the Agni. Sapta Saki Besha Mishe Vishnutvan Vetu Dve Urje Vishnutvan Vetu Trini Vrataya Vishnutvan Vetu Chatwari Mayo Bhavaya Vishnutvan Vetu Pancha Pasubhya Vishnutvan Vetu Shadritibhyo Vishnutvan Vetu Sapta Saka Bhava. Beautiful wedding mantra. Every season I will protect you. Shadridibhyo. In all the 6 seasons I will protect you. Panchapash, not only you, I will protect all the cow herds and all the Chatushpada. All the Dvipatas will be protected. Chatushpadas will be protected. May Vishnu be Sakshi. May Vishnu protect. Vishnutvan Vetu. That means Vetu mane follow. But here let Vishnu bless us. Sapta Saka Bhava. So we will be friends. You have done that. But why are you not doing? Without any hetu. Na abhirochayase ne tum tvam mam ke naihya hetuna bhaktam pativratam dinam mam samam sukha dukkaya. See, you have taken me as your friend. So whatever dukkha you have, it has to be shared with me. Whatever sukha I have, it has to be shared with you. Samam sukha dukkaya. So we have made according to the Veda. She is bringing this. So she is bringing everything so sharp. There is a text called Leelavati. It's one of the great Vedic mathematics text. So there was a great scholar. He was so attached to his daughter whose name was Leelavati. So he named the text itself Leelavati. He says, he gives mathematics concepts as if he is conversing with his little girl Leelavati. There he says, Ahe bhale Leelavati dharbhiya darbagra kushagre buddhe. So Sita is like that. Dharbhiya darbagra kushagra buddhi. very sharp intellect. So this came to me. If you read Leelavati, it begins like, hey Bale, hey child, I understand you have a very sharp intellect like a darba. Not only darba, kushagras. The tip of the kushagras is your intellect. Likewise, Sita uses her intellect. You and I have married according to Brahma Vivag. You promised to follow all those which you recited. Nowadays, we don't understand the meaning. So you can easily escape. In those days, it was not that. Because you read that, right? So when he was under Vasishta Gurukula, he would have read, Vasishta has taught him well. So you understand the meaning. So you said, I am your friend, you are my friend. That is the reason I am taking. So, Kushagre, Darbhiya, Darbhagre, Kushagre, Buddhe, Bale. Beautiful Sanskrit phrase. Right? It is Sambodhana. So it's like conversation style that text is written. If time permits, read it. So Bhandarkar mein it will be available, or Chaudambika Press. Either one you will get it. Okay, so then what happens is, so Sita uses her intellect. You are a friend, I am friend. Don't you think I should partake in your sukha and dukkha? So, netum arhasi kakutsa samana sukha dukkinam. So, netum, you have to take me. Netum arhasi. You have to take me with you because that is your duty. Netum arhasi kakutsa samana sukha dukkinam yadimam dukkitam evam vana netum na ichasi visham agnim jalam va aham astasye mrityukar. Either I will take visha or agni, or I will fall in the waterfalls and give up my life. This will not happen. We have already seen in last Upanyas lecture that these are anapayini. So whenever Rama comes, Raghavatve Abhavati Sita Rukmini Krishna Janmani. So it cannot be separated. But he is using all Samadana, Bed, Dand. Now she is saying Dand. So I am going to give up my life. Visham Agnim Jalam va aham astasye mrityukaranat yevam bahuvidam tam sa yachate gamanam prati. Like this, Sita used all the arrows in her quiver. Evam bahuvidam tam sa yachate gamanam prati na anumene mahabahu tam netum vijanam. Even then, Rama was not convinced. Na anumene mahabagum, because she is going to ridicule him to the level that Rama cannot escape. That's a beautiful thing. Let's see if Ram permits us to go to that sloka. That sloka alone has 5 pages of explanation. I'll tell you a lot of things we'll see. So what he says, na anumene mahabaguhu. Yeah, you are a Veera. I thought you as a dharmic person. I have already praised you as a mahabahu. Why are you not attacking me? Eva muktvatu sa chintam maitili samupagata. Snapayanti ivagam ushnaihi. Snapayanti ivagam ushnaihi. Beautiful. So while she said this, her eyes were pouring, and then it clenched the gam, it clenched the earth as if the earth was taking shower. Snapayanti iva gam ushnaihi asrubihi nayana ichyutai. Achyutai mane falling. The falling tears from Sita's eyes bathed the ground. Stapayanti iva gam ushnaihi. Hot, I told you. If it comes from this side, it is hot. So she is under distress. So that water was pouring from her nayana, and then it bathed the entire ground underneath her. Snapayanti ushnaihi asrubaihi snapayanti gamiva. That means she was so distressed that water started pouring like anything without any control, and it clenched the entire land underneath her. So snapayanti iva gam ushnaihi asrubihi nayanaichutaihi chintayantim tatatam tu nivartayitum atmavane tamroshtim. Then when she was doing it, she had different emotions. So she got also angry, distress, angry, sorrowfulness and everything. So her lips became rautroshtam. She got angry, and that was shown in the red, purple. So tamroshtam, it became, because of that anger and all the mixed emotion, her lips became so lotus-like. It became so tamra. It became like the copper, the color. Tamroshtim sa tadasitam kakusto. So she said, wow, what happened this? Are you not taking me? Are you not understanding my suffering? Hey Rama, you have to do your duty. Now, it's a big sarga, 30th sarga. So he's decided Rama. Rama decides, hey Janaki, that will be the last sloka. So, hey Janaki, I just wanted to feel your feeling. I just wanted to know what you think. I just wanted to know your inner side. That's why I waited. Santvatyamana tu Ramena Maithili Janakatmaja. Everywhere Valmiki says she has been grounded in values because of Janaka. Janakatmaja, Janaki. Then when Sita addresses him, you are Kakutsa, you are Raghunandana, because you have been blessed with all the good virtues through your generation. Santwayamana tu Ramena Maithili Janakatmaja Vanavasa Nimittaya Bhartaram Idam. Last act of convincing, she is going to ridicule him. Santvayamana tu Ramena Maithili. Third sloka in this sarga is such a beautiful. Remember, 30th sarga, third sloka. So much you can see why she said that word. Whether you take Govindarajiyam or you take Triyambakaryam Makhi's Vyakhyana, you can 10 days you could go on that sloka alone. There are commentaries. Govindarajiyam brings different angle to it. Then 17th to 18th century Triyambakarya Mai, he was the Amatya, minister of the Maratha kings who ruled Tanjore. He understood Ramayana as a dharma grantha. So he wrote a commentary known as Dharmakutam. If you have to read Rama, in each sloka he will give elaborate commentary based on dharma. Whereas Govindarajiyam is a kavyam based, Rama is based as a supreme god Mahavishnu. That is Govindarajiyam, that is well accepted commentary. Then comes Tilaka commentary, then comes Govindarajiyam. So and then Udali has his own commentary. You won't have time to read all the commentary. Here and there I grabbed. That was all in my golden young age. Now I am not doing anything. Anyway, pity. Satam uttamas samvigna Sita vipulavakshasam. So Sita was tremoring. This man thinks he's a brave, six-pack, broad-chested man. I'm not telling. Valmiki says, Vipula Vakshasam Ram. What does he think of himself? He thinks that looking at his mirror, he thinks, I am a strong man. Vipula Vakshasam Satam Uttama Samvigna. Samvigna means tremoring. Sita was tremoring. God, this man is not understanding. What do I do? Now I'm going to use the last astra. I'm going to shame him. When you shame a Kshatriya, you rouse his anger and he will listen to you. He will do according to Dharma. Pranayascha abhimanascha parichikshepa ragavam. Pranayascha abhimanascha. Valmiki says, don't think Sita is just making her husband look bad. No, it is because of pranayat, affection, and abhimani. Abhiman, usko to is abhimanta, respect. Both because of respect and affection towards Rama, she wants to convince him in some way or other that he needs to take her with him. So, pranayascha abhimanascha parichikshepa ragavam. Third sloka, beautiful sloka. Kim tva amanyata vaideha pita me mitiladipah Rama jama taram prapya Sthriyam Purusha Vigraham. Sthriyam Purusha Vigraham. Hey Rama, you are from Kakutsa Vamsa, your father is Dasaratha, his father is Ajad, his father is Raghu. You think that you are a brave man studied under Vasishta. You learnt all dharma. But Dhik, you are like a man, you are like a Sri in Purusha attire. Sthriyam Purusha Vigraham, can you tell? This is a Kshatriya. She does this and then she says, it's not me. Imagine, this is going to be the thought of my father. Who is my father? Vaideha Mithiladipati, the Mithiladipati who hails from this Videga Vamsa. Vaideha Pita Me Pita Mithiladipah Vaideha Amanyata. If you leave me here, he would be thinking, Me Pita Amanyata. Rama Jama Taram Prapya. He thought he got a Rama who is a Kakutsa, who is a Veera, who is a Dharmajna, but it's all nothing use. Now I know really who you are. You are Sthriyam Purusha Vigraham. You are Sri just in Purusha attire. Dekh. There. Then what does Govindarajiyam says? What did I say? Govindarajiyam's Vyakhyana is known as Bhushana. The name of that Vyakhyana is known as Bhushana. He personifies Rama as God. Bhavan Narayano Devaha Sriman Chakrayuda Prabhu Ekasringo Varahastvam Bhuta Bhavya Sapatnajit Sita Lakshmir Bhavan Vishnu Devai Krishna Prajapatihi Vadartaha Ravanasyeha Pravishto Manushim Tanim Jagat Sarvam Shariram Te Sthiryam Te Vasudalayam Agnikopa Prasadaste Somasri Vatsalakshana. You are you. Bhavan Narayano Devaha. One sloka, you can dwell like anything. I'll finish in 15 minutes. So, Bhavan Narayano Devaha Sriman Chakrayuda Prabhu Ekasringo Varahatsvam Bhuta Bhavya Sapatni Jat Sapatna Jit. Sapatna mane enemies. Ekasringo. You are a Varaha with one horn. Bhavan Narayano Devaha Sriman Chakrayuda Prabhu Ekasringo Varahastvam Bhuta Bhavya Sapatnejiti Sita Lakshmi. Who is Sita? Sita is nothing but Ma Lakshmi. Sita Lakshmi Bhavan Vishnu. You are Vishnu. Dhaivaha Devaha Krishna Prajapati. You are a man with Krishna color. Meghashyamam Pita Kauseyavasam Srivatsangam Kaustubod Basitankam Punyopaitam Pundari Kaidaksham Vishnu. Similarly, Sita Lakshmi Bhavan Vishnu Devaha Krishna Prajapati Vadartaha Ravanasya. Why have you come here, eh Rama? Vadartam Ravanameha. To kill Ravana. That means Dharma Paripalan ke liye. Vadartam Ravanasya Ravanasya. Iha Pravishto Manushim Tanum. You have done avatara, taking the body of a human being. Jagat Sarvam Shariram Te Sthiryam Te Vasudalayam. Sthiryam. You are a man of great valor. Sthiryam, Dhairyam. Jagat Sarvam Shariram Te Sthiryam Te Vasudalayam. Agnihi Kopa. You are a Kopa is nothing but Agni, eh Rama. Agni Kopaha Prasadaste Somaha. When you bless people, it's like Soma. It's like Soma Rasa, Prasadaste Soma, Srivatsa Lakshana, Srivatsa Vatsa, Srivasha, Sripati, Srimatambara, Sri Lakshmal, Vakshasthala mein Ma hai. So you are like that. So Govindaraja says, Sthriyam Purusha Vigraham. Why did Sita say, you are Sri? Govindarajiyam brings, this is the metal they have. Because Sita immediately went to the Satya Yuga. Satya Yuga में ये तो समुद्र मंथन कालन में स्त्री रूप धारण करके ये नारायण आया, प्रकट हुआ. इसीलिए सीता को एक क्षण she thought, oh, this man is not Rama as I think. He is nothing but Mahavishnu who came as a Mohini. So Sthriyam Purusha Vigraham. Govindaraja brings this. Te anyonyato sura patram harantas tyaktaso hridaha kshipanto dasyu dharmana ayantim dadurshuhu striyam. Vyasa Vakya. Ayanto dadurshuhu striyam. Asuras and devas saw at a distance. Te anyonyata asuraha patram haranti tyakta sauhridaha. Patram haranti tyakta sauhridaha. भागवत में अष्टम स्कंद या समुद्र मंथन तो अष्टम स्कंद में आता है. सो व्यास कहते हैं ते अन्योन्यतो असुराः पात्रम अरंतस्त्यक्त सौहृदाः क्षिपन्तो दस्य धर्माण. They became like thieves, stealing each other's, hitting each other. Kshipanto dasyu dharmana ayantim dadrushu Sri. They saw a beautiful woman coming. Vyasa also uses Sringara Rasa in his Aho Rupam. You would have read Bhagavata, then you would have memorized this sloka. Aho Rupam Mahodhama, Aho Rupam Mahodhama, Aho Asyanayam, Aho Rupam. Ah! What a stunning beauty. Aho Rupam Mahodhama. What a beautiful body. Dama mane body here. Aho Rupam Mahodhama. Aho Asya Navam. What an age. Taruni. She's a young girl. Aho Navam Vayaha. Vaya mane age. Navam, new, fresh, young beauty. Aho Rupam Aho Dama Aho Asya Navam Vayaha iti te tam abhidrutya prapuchuhur jata hrichaya. So they all, their heart all got filled with this moha. Aho Rupam Aho Dama. So the asuras started getting affection towards her. So Sita went to that stage. Oh, this man is nothing but that Mohini. Katvam kanchapala sakshi. So who are you? Kancha palasha akshi. Palasa akshi. So your eyes are like this palasa vrikshaka. Patra jaisa hai. Kam tvam kancha palasa akshi. Kuto va kim chikirshasi. Kasyasi vadavama uruhu. Your thighs are so glittering. Kasyasi vadavama uruhu. Mantani tiva manam sinaha. You are churning our mind. Hey beauty, who are you? Vyasa says. So this was the thought Sita Ma got. So, Nunam Tvam Vidina Subruhu. Your eyebrows are so beautiful. Nunam, indeed, you are a beautiful lady. Nunam Tvam Vidina Subruhu Preshitasi Sharirinam Sarvendriya Manaf Pritim. You are making all my Indriyas and Mana. The Asuras are telling this. Hey beauty. Oh Rupam ye Mohini. So Sarvendriya Manaf Pritim Vidatum Sagrinena Kim Satvam Naspardhamananam Eka Vastuni Manini. Manini, a beautiful lady. Satvam, you are that beauty. Jnatinam Bhaddha Vairanam. Even enemies are trenched in you. Even enemies will put their bows and arrows and they will be a manini. You are beautiful girl with a thin hip. Sumadhyame manini. So Sita went back to the yesteryears when this Rama came as a Mohini. Who is Rama? All the beauty guna Sita thinks. Gandharva Raja Pratimam Loke Vikyata Paurusham Dirgabahum Mahasatvam Matta Madangagamini. Valmiki Vakya. Gandharva Raja Pratimam Loke Vikyata Paurusham Dirgabahum Mahasatvam Matta Madangagaminim Chandrakantananam Ramam Ativa Priyadarshanam. Even men get shy looking at Rama. Chandrakantananam Ramam Ativa Priyadarshanam Rupam Audharya Gunai Pumsam Drishti Chitta Apaharini. Chandrakantananam Ramam Ativa Priyadarshanam Rupa Audharya Gunair Pumsam Drishti Chitta Aparinam Garma Bhitaptaf Parjanyam Ladayantam Iva Praja. If somebody is wanting water in a Grishma, in a hot July summer, imagine if they get a drop of water, how that it would be. That kind of happiness you give Rama. Dharma bhitaptaf parjanyam hladayan iva prajanata tarpa samayantam pashyamano nara na tapta. Rama, your beauty is unmatched. Na tapta. I cannot satisfy by seeing. Rama alagalalata gagana aran muni etu pongano alagalalata gagana. The wind breeze blows and your hair is flowing. Alagalalata gagana aran muni etu pongano Rupam Audharyam Gandharva Pratimam Loke Vikyata Paurusham Dirghabagam Mahasatvam Matta Madangagaminim Chantrakantananam Ramam Ativa Priyadarshanam Rupa Audharya Gunaif Pumsaham Rupa Audharya Gunam. Not only your Rupa, your Guna. Rupa Audharya Gunai Pumsaham Drishti Chittapaharinam Dharma Bhitaptaf Parjanyam Hladayantam Iva Prajanata Tarpa Samayantam Pashyamano Nara Radhipakyam Tvam Manyata Vaideha Pita Me Midiladipaha Ramajamataram Prapya Sthriyam Purusha Vigraham Ramajamataram Prapya Stivam. To have this Vyakyana, there was a great Vyakyana Chakravarti in the Tamil land called Periavachchan Pillai. He took pearls of Ramayana sloka and poured his heart doing Vyakyana. This one sloka has 6 pages of printed pages of Vyakyana. One sloka. I took only Govindaraja Bhushana Vyakyana. Then he says, why? She is making Rama feeling insulted, but she didn't want to do. If she wanted to do, what is the sloka? The sloka says, Kim Tvam Amayantaha. Thinking. My father would have been thinking. Thinking is different from telling. So there is a saying in management, don't let others know what you think. You curse him inside, but you don't let it out by words. So they don't know what you think. Raja Bai doesn't know what I think unless he's Ram Devata. So what he says, Amayantaha, my father would be thinking, because she is a pativrata. Even though she wanted to ridicule Rama, she could have said, Kim Vakshati. What would my father would have told to Paurajana? What would my father tell to me? What would my father tell to Dasaratha? My father would have been thinking Rama. So before he makes that thought known to others, act. You see my point? That is Vyakhyana. Kim Vakshyati, the same meter. Instead of Amanyata, he could say Vakshyati. What would my father be telling us? Telling others. Sita didn't say that. So the Vyakhyana Karta, Periavachchan Pillai, he says in this Vyakhyana, Kim Vakshyati na Vaktum. My father, Sita did not say that my father told others. Rama, imagine, Amanyata, my father would be thinking like this. Before he makes his thought known to others, you act. Kim Vakshati. She didn't say. That is beautiful. So why Valmiki was very particular that he didn't say Kim Vakshati? Because she was a pativrata. She didn't even want to do that, but she at the same time, she wanted to make sure prod Rama that he does his duty. What is his duty? His duty is to take care of Rama. Hey Rama, are you thinking that you are the dutiful student of Vasishtha, so you can do whatever you want? Don't think like that. People will also be thinking bad. If you don't take with me, people will think that we thought this man is from Surya Kula. The next sloka comes. You thought you are from Surya Kula, but you are not shining like the sun. You are not shining now dharma. What is the dharma of a family man? What is the dharma of a pati? To take care of his patni all along. Anrutam bhata loke ayam agnatat yadhi vakshyati tejona asti param rame tapati iva divakare. So she changes. Okay, my father might be thinking, but before he makes his thought known to people who will start really ridiculing you, you change. Anrutam bhata halas. Oh God. Bhata mane alas halak. Oh God, Anrutam loke ayam agnatat. Without thinking who you are, without thinking your valor, by just seeing your act of leaving me here, the Paurajana, the people of Ayodhya, the people of Videha, they will all think falsely, they will think that you don't have any courage. Anrutam bhata loke ayam agnatat yadhi vakshyati tejo na asti. Sun doesn't have any valor. Sun doesn't have any power. Tejo na asti. Rame tapati iva divakara. It's like on a grahan kale. Tapati na tejo na asti. Rame tapati iva divakare kim hi kritva vishannaha tvam kutava bhayamasti. Why are you suffering yourself by being like a man without valor? Vishannaha. Why are you suffering yourself but not showing your valor and taking me? Are you afraid of the vana? Kim hi kritva vishannaha tvam kutava bhayamasti. Kutava bhayamasti. Are you being afraid of something? Kim hi kritva vishannaha tvam kutava bhayamastite yad parityaktuhu kamatvam mam ananya parayanam. Why are you doing parityakta? Why are you leaving me who is so much attached to you? Ananya parayanam. I have never seen, I have never thought about anybody. Ananya parayanam kamatvam. I am only attached to you. Then she brings, oh Rama, now I am going to tell you a story. Don't you think in yesterdays there was a lady called Satyavati? Satyavati was the daughter of, she was a daughter of Madhra king Ashwapati. We'll finish with this. She brings a story. Rama, I'm telling you, you are the son of Dasaratha, grandson of Aja. You are the disciple of Vasishtha. You are man who is going to live according to Dharma. But don't you think it is the duty of a Bharta to take care of a Patni? Have you not? Has Vasishtha not told you the story of Satyavan Savitri? Once upon a time, in a desh called Madhra Desh, Ashwapati namne ek raja tha, uski beti thi Savitri. So, Savitri was very learned girl. Dharmakut, Triyambaka Maki brings lot of reference. Next class we will see. So, don't you think that happened? So, there was a daughter, there was a king called Ashwapati, Madhra Desh ka Raja tha, uski beti thi Oh, uski naam tha Savitri. So she was learned. She came to a stage where she need to be wedded. But that Madradipati was so good. He gave independency to this Savitri. She took a golden chariot and went into the Vana forest. Pauru, Vana, Gram, Aur Jan, Nagar, Sab, she went. Then she found a match. Who is nothing but Shalva Raja, Dhumnasen naam, ek Shalvapati tha. Shalva desh ka Raja Dhumnapati, but Dhumnasen was defeated by some force. So Dhumnasen, uski patni aur uska beta, this Satyavan, they were thrown into a forest. So Savitri drew her chariot to that forest and saw that man. He was like Rama. He was like Surya. So she fell in love. So she comes back to Madradesh. Ashwapati was just done talking to Narada. You know what Narada does? He does mischief. So Narada was telling, this guy is not fit for you. But this lady was Pativrata. So she had already thought this Satyavan to be her husband, Manasik mein. So she said, no, Papa, I'm only going to marry her. So, Dhyumnasena Sutam Veera Satyavantam Anuvratam. Hey Rama, have you not been told about the story of Savitri, how she wedded and got committed to Satyavan? Dhimnasena Sutam Veera is ye to Vistar mein, Vipul mein, Vanaparva mein aata hai, Bharat mein, Atra Bharate. Dhimnasena Sutam Veera Satyavantam Anuvratam Savitrim Ivamam Vidhi Tvam Atma Vashavartinim Tvam Atma Vashavart. No matter, then Narada says, everything is good, but his days are numbered. He will only live 360 days from now. Yama will come and take him. So even then, knowing that Yama will take Satyavan in 360 days, Savitri made a commitment and went to live in forest. So, like Savitri, with all the known difficulties that Satyavan will go away in 360 days, she went to live in forest. Hey Ram, you are a man of valor. You have this kind of Vipula Vakshasam. You are a man with brave six-pack, this broad-shoulder man. Why should I worry? So take the lesson from Dhumyasena Sutam Veera Satyavantam Anuvratam Savitrim Ivamam Vidhi. Understand the story of Savitri. Like Savitri, I am a woman on this Bharat Desh. I should also follow you. So I will follow you. Dhumnasena Sutam Veera Satyavantam Anuvratam Savitrim Ivamam Vidhi Tvam Atma Vashavartinim. Then there are two stories Dharmakutam brings. One Satyavan Savitri and the other one is Nala Dhamayanti. Both in Vanaparva. This Triyambaka Maki brings beautiful connection to Natu Ham Mahanasapi Anyam Drishtva Asmitva Dhrutaya Anagaha. I have not even thought about anybody. Hey Anaga, Tvaya Raghava Gacheyam Yata Anya Kulapansini. I am not like other girls who just wander. Kulapansini, I am not like Anya Kulapansini, I will only follow you. Natu aham manasapi anyam drashtva asmi tvadrute anagaha tvaya raghava gacheyam yata Anya Kulapansini. So I will follow you, Rama, you take me. You have to prove that you are a Kshatriya, you are a Dharmatman, you have given vows before Agni. Agni Sakshi Mankar, you have taken me as a Patni, do your duty as a Patni. I will do my duty as a Patni, you do the duty as a Pati. Because my father has given you in hands to you. So if you don't do that, 21 generations will suffer. We'll finish with the Shastra Vakya. Kanya Dhanam Dashanam Purvesham Atmana Dashanam Parevesham Paresham Dashanam Puresham Dashanam Paresham. That means forefathers 10 generation, future generation 10. Dashanam Paresham Dashanam Purvesham. Then Atmana. So including me, 10 generations before me, 10 generations after me. Kula Uttarana Dwara. If these 21 generations has to reach their heavenly abode, Pati and Patni should live and do what is prescribed in Shastra. Kanyadhanam dashanam purvesham atmanascha dashanam paresham kula uttarana dvara nitya ananda shaswata brahmaloka avapyartam. You have done this pratignya. कन्यादानम क्यों किया तुमने, मेरा बाप ने क्यों किया, और तुमने क्यों मेरा हाथ को पकड़ लिया। दशानाम पूर्वेशाम आत्मनश्च दशानाम परेशाम कुल उत्थारण द्वारा नित्य, always to give happiness to the forefathers, always to give happiness to the future generation, nitya ananda niravadisaya brahmaloka avapyartam, not only for us, for 10 generations before us, 10 generations after us, we have taken this vow to live together. Ekamishe vishnutvan vetu, dvoye urje vishnutvan vetu, trini vrataya vishnutvan vetu, chatvari mayo bhavaya vishnutvan vetu, pancha pasubhyaha vishnutvan vetu, shadvari ritubhyaha vishnutvan vetu, sapta sakha bhava pavamana sududupatu padara విందములకు నినామ రూపములకు నిత్య జయ మంగళం. మంగళం కోసలేంద్రాయ మహనీయ గుణాబ్ధయే చక్రవర్తి తనూజాయ సార్వభౌమాయ మంగళం. మంగళాని సంతు శుభం.